live. All right, you all, it is Saturday. It is 2 o'clock. This is our live stream for self-care practices for inner harmony. And we are going to wait for some folks to pop in and then we will get started. And in the meantime, I am waiting. Give me a second here. No, it says I'm live. Hey, Tanya, how are you? All right. I feel like I messed up because I had a live that I had scheduled and then I went live too early, so I deleted it, but apparently I did not delete it. So I'm going to have to go back and delete it. It was 2 of them loaded, so I'm going to go back later on and delete the other one, but I'm glad that you made it to this one. What's going on today, ladies? I'm drinking on 2 sides of the cup. So I think after this live, I'm going to be chilling out also. Clothes washing is going to be a tomorrow thing. And yes, we are business meeting later on, Deborah. Definitely, because it definitely needs to be done. So I'm going to ask you all, like I asked last week, should I hold out for a few minutes or should I go ahead and get started? It's like 2:04 right now. Should I give a couple of people a few minutes to come in or should they just join us in process? All right, so Deborah, you wanted to go ahead and get started. So we will I think 5 minutes is long enough. Agreed. So we will go ahead and get started. Thank you, ladies, for always showing up for me every week for these. This is something that I am definitely sort of getting used to doing because going live is nerve wracking. And I feel like I have to hold up this end of the conversation, and it's nerve wracking. So thank you all for coming to these lives for me every Saturday. And I hope you all are like getting something out of this. Please let me know if you're getting something out of this. I am crossing my fingers that you are. What else? And I am doing this live actually on YouTube today and not through Streamlabs like I normally do. And I think I like Streamlabs better because then I can put people's comments up on the screen. And here I don't know how to do that. So glad I'm glad it's this sort of something that you all are learning and relearning, and so like a supplement to your therapy. That is really good to hear. So we're going to jump right into it. I put makeup on for you all today because I know y'all tired of looking at my dry face, but we are going to go ahead and get started. And the topic for last Thursday was self-care practices for inner harmony. And that video, I think, was like 45 minutes long. I know it was long, but I think what I want to do first is read something out of the workbook because I know not everybody has it. And one of the things that I wanted people to do was sort of read this. So I'm going to read it and then we'll sort of move on to the exercises. So what I wanted you all to read was Cultivating Self-Love Habits, Nurturing the Garden of Inner Well-Being. It's sort of like 10 things that you can do to cultivate this inner well-being. And it says cultivating self-love habits is akin to tending a garden. It requires consistent care, attention, and a mindful nurturing of the seeds within. These intentional practices form the bedrock of a positive and enduring relationship with oneself. Understanding the importance of these habits is the gateway to unlocking a reservoir of well being that extends to every aspect of our lives. So, they give you 10 sort of practices that I want to say that you can do. And the first one is daily affirmations. It says start each day with positive affirmations that reinforce self worth and capability. Repeat personalized mantras to counteract negative self talk and foster a positive mindset. And one of the exercises for today is to sort of list your favorite affirmations. And I have listed some. So if you all didn't get a chance to list some and you like don't know where to start, you are welcome to share mine. I will share those with you in a few. The second one is gratitude practice. And it says cultivate gratitude by reflecting on the positive aspects of life regularly. Acknowledge and appreciate both big and small joys, fostering a sense of abundance. And then number 3 is mindful self-care. It says establish a consistent self-care routine that addresses physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Prioritize activities that bring joy, relaxation, and rejuvenation into daily life. Number 4 is setting boundaries, which Lord have mercy, we need to set some boundaries. It says learn to say no when necessary, honoring personal limits and prioritizing self-respect. Establish clear boundaries in relationships to protect emotional well-being. And number 5 is self-reflection. Engage in regular self-reflection to deepen self-awareness and understanding. Embrace mistakes as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-compassion. Number 6 is number 2. Hits me because I've realized being happy with what I have makes me feel so full. That it does. That it does. And I feel like we're gonna sort of put this back to makeup in my YouTube channel. And I think this year, I am finally able to say that I am happy with what I have, and I have not purchased any makeup, I think, since December, and we are like more than halfway through February, so I'm proud of myself for that. The boundaries, most definitely, Tanya, because we have a habit of saying yes to things that we should be saying no to, letting people take up our time when we know it's things we want to do for ourselves. So we definitely need to set some boundaries. Number 6, did I say celebrating achievements? If I did, I'm going to say it again. Acknowledge and celebrate personal accomplishments, no matter how small. Create a space for self praise and recognition of efforts and progress. And number 7 is positive visualization. Visualize a positive and fulfilling future. Reinforce a sense of self belief. Use creative visualization to manifest goals and aspirations. Tanya said, I sat outside also the other day and decided not to go in because I really don't need anything. See, that is so good. And that is definitely that. Listen, let me put some hearts up there myself for you because, yes, and hundreds, because, yes, that is strength to actually sit outside of Ulta because my behind will be in Ulta trying to find something to buy. Number 8, acts of kindness to oneself, which is something we always need to do. Treat oneself with the same kindness and compassion extended to others. Engage in small acts of self-love, such as treating oneself to favorite activities or items. Number 9, learning and growth. Cultivate a mindset of continuous learning and personal development. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, fostering resilience and adaptability. And then the last one is number 10, surrounding oneself with positivity. Curate a positive and supportive environment, including relationships and influences. Kindness, compassion is essential. Absolutely. So those are sort of the 10 practices that they have that will help you sort of cultivate this self-love habit. Some of them we may do. A lot of them I know that we don't. We are going to focus definitely on setting the boundaries. We're going to focus on the daily affirmations. And I think it was something that was actually in the video for the self-care practices that I wanted to touch on, and now I can't remember what that is. So what we are going to do is we're going to jump into these exercises. So the first one is sort of habits to self-love, and the pages sort of look like this. And then I realized once I put this book together that these two are basically the same. We're going to do this one because it has more to it. And it says creating self-love habits doesn't have to be complicated. There are a variety of ways to build self-love in your life. So focus on finding what works for you. Kindness and compassion, I would say, is a habit to self-love. But they say stop comparing yourself to others. We have a habit, especially those of us who are content creators and those of us who are business owners. We judge ourselves at our beginning by somebody who is sort of in the middle, who has been in something for a long amount of time, and we see where they are and then the success that they have, and we compare ourselves to that, forgetting that we are pretty much in our beginnings. You have imposter syndrome. Why do you have imposter syndrome, Tanya? Let's great call you Tasha. Tanya. And comparing yourself definitely drags you down. So I find I do it all the time. I actually do it to people who started after me, who have now gone past me. And I look at it and say, like, what am I doing wrong? And I need to like change that sentence to what am I doing right? Because I kind of wouldn't be where I am if I wasn't doing something right. So yeah, stop comparing yourself to others. Don't worry about other people's opinions. That is a big deal also. We talk ourselves out of a lot of good things because we listen to what other people say, and it stops us from doing something that would probably be either beneficial to us or make us extremely happy, and we let them talk us out of it. And Tanya says, I think that I don't deserve certain promotions or achievements because I feel like I'm not really that great at whatever it is, but others see something within me. And that's the thing. Other people do see things in you that you don't see in yourself. And you need to be your own best cheerleader, my dear, and stop having this here imposter syndrome. If somebody sees it in you, that means it's actually there. Now, if it's one of those situations where you think I'm going to be getting in over my head, definitely don't take it on. But if you feel like deep within you that you know, okay, so they see this, like I kind of know that this is something that I know how to do and something that I have within me. If you feel that way, then don't let that imposter syndrome take over. I would go ahead and give it a chance. Same to you, Deborah. No imposter syndrome. Um, the next one is allow yourself to make mistakes. That is how you learn. You learn from making mistakes. So I think I read in what I just did. I just read that you don't think of it as a mistake. You think of it as an opportunity for growth. So that's kind of how you have to rephrase that situation. It's not a mistake that you made. It's an opportunity to make some changes, switch it up a bit, and grow. The next one is take control of your fear, which is a big one. I have a big fear of public speaking. And I was actually talking to a coworker about it yesterday because I was on Skillshare and they have I think a class about conquering your fear of public speaking or something. I have such a fear of public speaking that my whole face will turn red. I don't know if I think I'm used to doing this now, but I'll break out into what they call stress hives and my whole body just betrays me and everybody knows that I'm like freaking out and I can't stand that. But that's how much of a fear I have of public speaking. And I said it's funny because I have a whole YouTube channel, but at the same time, I'm in my room. Like I'm in my room surrounded by all of my favorite things. So it makes it a little bit easier. Lives still freak me out a little bit, but like standing up in a room in front of a bunch of people that I did not know or do not know still kind of freaks me out and I'm still scared to do it. So the next one is say yes to things you love. That goes without saying. And then the one after that says allow yourself to rest. Saturday, mostly for me, is a day of rest. I don't want nobody to ask me nothing. Even very rarely do I even go outside on Saturday because I feel like I need to recuperate from the rest of the week. I never took speech class, Deborah. You took speech class? I never took a speech class. I wouldn't want to stand up in the front of the class and give my speech. I'm still learning how to do these videos that I do now without actually reading all the notes that I have. So it is a work in progress. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah. I somehow got out of doing the speech class, and I'm kind of glad about that. The next one is to note something that you are proud of. And if you have like a journal or something and you like write down your daily affirmations, also note down the things that you are proud of. Those things you can keep reviewing and it'll get you back into that mindset of self-love. And the last one is to speak kindly to yourself. And that one absolutely goes without saying, because we are our sort of worst enemy sometimes. We say things to ourselves that we would not say to other people. So make sure you speak kindly to yourself. Sorry, y'all, but y'all know the throat gets dry over here. So we are going to move on. And whenever you all have the chance, if this is something that you want to do, this is just one of those things, as I say, like the book is for, you can grab it and do things at your leisure. There's a page that says habits to self-love, but the boxes are blank. So you can put in your own habits that you think would empower you. The next thing, let's say, Tanya's box, no negative, Tanya's beauty box, no negative self-talk, no negative self-talk, or try not to, because it sneaks in there, or allow them to say to us, like, don't, what do you mean? Like, don't let anybody say anything negative or unkind to you. I mean, you can't control other people. You can control how you react to them, but you can't really control other people. So they are going to say what they say. I have learned that for sure. They are going to say what they say. Um, we say things to ourselves that we wouldn't allow other people to say to us. Now I get it. I get that. And that's terrible. And we need to learn not to do that. So that's like no negative self-talk for sure. The next thing that I am going to move on to is the self-love list. And I am going to give you all a few moments to sort of write down compliments to yourself and write down some daily affirmations. That goes along with the setting boundaries or shutting them down when they say, when they try us to, wait a minute. That goes with setting boundaries or shutting them down when they try to be asses. I don't know. All right. So I am going to give you all a few moments, and I am going to go ahead and talk negatively to us. Okay, I get it. I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes, for sure. I am going to share with you all, for some reason, I could only list like 4 compliments to myself. I am going to work on this list because there are quite a few of them on here, but I do have like way more affirmations than I do compliments. The compliments that I have for myself are compliments are: you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are, I said so smart, should I say intelligent, and you have it all together. That's a complete lie. I don't have it all together. I don't know why I wrote that down. I need to put a line through that. I do not have it all together. I hope I appear that I have it all together, but I don't. And then some of my favorite affirmations are: I am capable, I am full of potential, and I picked a bunch of the I ams. I am deserving of respect and kindness from others. I am enough just as I am. I am worthy of self-love and self-care. I am embracing change. I am comfortable in my own skin and love myself unconditionally. I deserve to take up space. I am constantly growing and evolving, and I forgive myself for past mistakes. I am. Oh, did a commercial come on? That's terrible. That is terrible. Tanya, did you miss the all of the I ams that I put on this page? Because I can go back over them again. And Deborah says, I am good at my job. I am a good business owner. I keep going even in times of trouble. Good. Oh, good. You heard them. Good. I didn't realize they would be putting a commercial in the middle of my live. That's kind of whack. So Tanya, what are some of your I ams? You do need to start the I ams. I think it's easier to do affirmations when you do the I ams than when you try to make them a little bit more complicated. And I am ready to move on. And Deborah, did you get a chance to write anything more down than the ones that you put here, or you just gave us like a sort of a abbreviation of your affirmations? And I'm trying to go back to my notes from 3 because I know there's something that I wanted to go over and I cannot remember what it is. I'll take time for me. I hope that this is part of time for you. You treat people fairly, although other people are not so good at treating people fairly. Kind of got lost in what a compliment is because we have a hard time complimenting ourselves. So we do kind of get lost and compliment somebody else, but it's hard to sort of create compliments for ourselves. So that's another thing you can do, like at your leisure. Just sit down and think about it and think about what you would consider a compliment to yourself. I am sitting here and I think it might have been the mindful practices that I wanted to kind of go over again. A good affirmation for me is never do a wrong thing to make a friend or keep one. Yeah, because that's not going to last long. All right, so I think that what I want to do now, and I'm not sure if you all made it all the way through that long video from Thursday, but I just kind of want to go over the mindful practices that we can incorporate into our daily lives again. Because I thought that a few of these were like really, really good ones. So maybe I'll go over the ones that I like the most because that could take like a while and I don't want to do that. But the first one is definitely the morning mindfulness routine. And I like this one because this is not, like I said in the video, it's not something that you would like carve out like 10 or 15 minutes of the time that you should be using to get ready for work. These are things that you can actually do while you are getting ready for work. Like it was saying when you brush your teeth or something, it was saying start your day with a few minutes of mindful breathing or short meditation session. You can actually sort of meditate in the shower if you want to in the morning. Set your intention for the day and visualize how you want to show up in various situations. I have to work on my intentions like from Monday through Friday because my mind automatically wants to go on the negative. Yeah, I need to work on that. And it says bring awareness to your morning activities such as brushing your teeth, showering, or preparing breakfast by focusing on the sensations and the movements involved. The other one that I liked is taking like mindful breaks during the day, and especially Monday through Friday at work. Like every, I don't know, I don't even want to say every 15 or 20 minutes because that can start messing with your productivity. But especially after so because I am on the phone all the time, I can give an example of after you have one of those phone calls where you almost wanted to chop somebody in the forehead, to take a break, step out of the situation that you are in, go somewhere and breathe for a few minutes, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and collect yourself and then come back. I also like taking myself out of the situation at lunchtime. Although I don't always do it, I like to remove myself from the area where I work and go somewhere completely different, a lot of times by myself, and have my lunch and do something I enjoy, like maybe watching a YouTube video or something while I'm eating my lunch, collect myself and sort of build myself back up for that second half of the day. And Deborah says, my therapist definitely says, be mindful, like feel the heat from the water, feel the water on your body, the scents you smell. Yeah, yeah. And give yourself, Tanya says, give yourself some grace and take your own good advice that you would give a friend. Yes, we tend to be people who give advice but don't take our own advice. So that's good. Take your own advice, like the advice that you would give a friend. Um, the next one that I want to talk about, and this comes up, this is kind of timely. So it's sort of, it's just timely, I'll say that, is mindful communication. So practice mindful communication by listening fully to others without interrupting or judging. Pay attention to your own speech, speaking with intention and kindness, and notice any emotional reactions that arise during conversations and respond with empathy and understanding. And I'm going to pause on that one for a few minutes because there are people that one of the doctors at my job calls energy vampires. Um, and they will do anything to sort of zap that energy. They come in with their own negative energy and they ramp you up, and you sort of go up to their level when you should just kind of take a step back and think before you speak. And I know it can be hard because the vampire has sapped your energy, but before you even say a word, just kind of step back, think about it, maybe breathe if you have to, and then say what you need to say, and watch your tone when you say it. And let's see. You know I can't breathe. You better learn how to breathe, ma'am. That breathing might save your life one day. Go keep you out of jail. Tanya said, oh, this did this pop up twice? Yeah. No. I need to work on listening skills a little, or so my kids tell me. So this pops up again because I said this to somebody yesterday. That is why you have one mouth and two ears, because you need to listen more and listen before you speak. And then Deborah says there are more than one. One is a form in disguise. Is that what you said? I'm learning to do things to keep her from taking me there. That's exactly why I said this was timely, because when I saw this mindful communication, that is exactly the situation that I was talking about. And yeah, don't let that person take you there. It's almost better to just like step away from the situation than to engage. So yeah, and then that's going to lead me into the last one that I want to talk about, and that's the mindful evening routine. So you're going to have a mindful morning routine and a mindful evening routine. And the mindful evening routine is it's just a wind down at the end of the day with a relaxation practice like a body scan meditation or gentle yoga. Reflect on the events of the day with gratitude or self compassion. and prepare for a restful sleep by creating a calm environment and disconnecting from stimulating activities. So for me, my wind down at the end of the day, especially if the day was stressful, is to come right back into this room here and come to YouTube and go to that channel. I think it's called Great Meditations, and I think I mentioned it in the first video. And they have a lot of good, like 10-minute to 20-minute, um, 10 to 20-minute meditations, guided meditations for you. And you just sit here and you close your eyes and you just do what she says, and it's that easy. And 9 times out of 10, it will relieve the stress that you built up during that day. I always feel so much more lifted after I sit here and do my great meditations. And let's see. Yes, I'm developing an effect. This heart is kind of blocking the word effective routine, not quite there. I am not quite there either. Like this week, I didn't do meditation at all. I am probably going to do it today because now that I started it, I kind of miss doing it. So I am going to try to be more consistent with doing that. I like the idea of journaling also. I say get yourself a cute. Let me show you. I went to Target and this was a while back. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be out of frame for a second. But I went to Target and picked up two of, and they especially have them during this month, Black History Month. They'll have these cute journals. And I have one that looks like this. I haven't started it yet because I have other ones. This one says have fun, innovate, encourage, be honest, inspire, experience, and be kind. And I think this one is just a blank one, but I think some of them have like dates and times on them. And this one has a whole paragraph full of stuff on the front. Now this one might be available on the .com, and this is the one that has dates on it, but it's not like a yearly one. So whenever you pick this page up and whatever date and time or date, month and day it is, you can just circle it at the top. But go get yourself a cute journal. Shameless plug, I also have them on my Amazon page, and the link is in the description of this here live stream video. But something cute, or if you want a smaller one, you can get it with, what is it, Deborah? 6x9 size one. I just tend to like the bigger ones because I tend to like to write a lot. And just write down if it was something that bugged the hell out of you during the day and you want to get it off your chest. A lot of times journaling about it will help get it off your chest. Or if you have like something positive, or if you want to write down your affirmations so you can refer to it, grab a journal. Okay, yours is 7.25 by 9.5. I need to start resizing because a lot of mine are 8.5 by 11. But yep, always like meditation, journaling, your affirmations, those will make a world of difference. Trust me. Trust me. I made 2024 the year that I am going to get my spiritual life together. Because I feel like things have been going off the rails and I needed to do something to pull myself back together. So that is what I have been doing. And that is why I like doing this series and these lives, because I learn a lot from you all at the same time as I'm sharing the information that I have with you all too. So I think that we're going to wrap this up. Unless you all have anything else that you want to bring up, we are going to wrap up this live today. We have gone for about 40 minutes, which I think is a good amount of time. And I do want to go ahead and thank you all today for joining me again. Y'all don't realize how much I thank y'all for coming here. I thought I was going to be sitting at these lives by myself. And this feels like a little girlfriend group to me. So thank you all so much for being here and supporting me through these lives. Because thank you, Tanya. This is what I have found like my passion to be, is to do this. and to share with especially us older women over 40, because I feel like once we get to this age, we feel like it is what it is. It goes downhill from here. That was how I was feeling. So I knew if I was feeling like that, other people were feeling like that as well. So I want to put us in that mindset that it is just this is the beginning of the second half of our lives. This is the beginning of the half of our lives when we got these kids out of the house and we can do what we want to do for ourselves. So anything that I can do to help us reach the point that we feel like we are living our best lives at the age that we are now, that is sort of where I am kind of going with this YouTube channel. Although makeup is still a love, so we still gonna be doing makeup too. And Deborah said, sharing challenges and strengths helps all of us grow. Absolutely, I agree. I agree. So that is it, you all. We're going to wrap this live up. And I thank you. Oh, hold up. Before I wrap it up, though, I do want to tell you that next week's video is going to be building healthy relationships. So that'll be module number 4, building healthy relationships. So we are going to go more into setting boundaries, but this will be setting boundaries with compassion, communicating assertively and authentically, and embracing connection without sacrificing independence. So that should be a good one. So I hope to see you all next Saturday, same time, same place. Thank you all so much for joining me today. And I don't know how to end this live, but let me see. How do you end the live? See, this is why I don't like YouTube. Oh, it says end stream right under my face. End stream. Y'all, I surely need assertive communication. I do too. I can be a little bit of a sucker sometimes, Tanya. Agreed. But y'all, I'm going to be out of here. Listen, I have found how to end this live stream. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow, or you will see me tomorrow in my makeup basket, and we will be live with each other next Saturday. Bye.